Oh, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad streets and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Tim Gable, a great rendition of our national anthem. Well, fans, we are just about ready to get rolling here this afternoon. Well, we've got...
I'm Josh Moose, and I now live in DuBois, Pennsylvania. Dan, it's great to be working with you here yet again. It seems like it's a two-time-a-year kind of situation. We get to join each other here in Langford, and then later on in the season. But we're both kind of all over the place. You're all over the place in the Midwest, and you know, I typically stay in the tri-state area with USA East sled pulling, but it's great to be with you for another beautiful afternoon of tractor pulling here at Langford.
Of course, they've got that up on top of the hill, the big tent up there. They've also got the chicken barbecue going. We've also got food down here on the grandstand side, something new they did a couple of years back, offering the food over here. I know they've got beer on both sides. So make sure you grab yourself plenty to eat and plenty to drink here this afternoon. We've got beautiful conditions out here. Boy, we couldn't ask for a better day. We got a nice breeze, and we got some cloud cover. Not going to toast here, at least this afternoon, at least early on here. But you never know. And then, of course, with any type of motorsport that you're running a dirt track, conditions also play a favor into that as well, as we don't have the sun beating down on the track, and no doubt will make it more consistent here this afternoon as the day.
Out around, here he comes right now. He was in the lineup area making sure he got all his final checks done, and we'll be ready to go with Matthew Conrad. It is the Haywire International 966. This will be a super farm starting us off
here this afternoon. Now, he's going to be our top puller, man. Now, what that means, he'll be the only one in the class that will have the option to take or turn down this run. Now, we give him that option simply because he hasn't seen anybody else go down that track. So we'll get that tractor fired up. Now, this tractor is classified as a super farm. So that will be the 3-inch turbo on this tractor, 3 inches in, 3 inches out. We'll get things rolling here this afternoon here in Langford, the International 966. And Pat's been pulling the super farm class, I want to say, right about 10 years or so here in Western New York. So very tough competitor, one to watch this afternoon. You can put it anywhere you want down there between the white lines. As that sled moves away, you'll notice there's an orange cone behind that sled. I say you put that sled wherever you want. We'll move it around here all afternoon long as that track, that starting line area will start to change. All right, tractor is set. Are you fans ready to pull here this afternoon? All right, first tractor of 2023. As he makes his way down the track, Matt Conrad, Haywire. Right there, fans. Let's give a nice round of applause from not too far away in Holland, New York. Now, once again, we'll be measuring with a laser this afternoon. We'll shoot the laser off the starting line as well as at the finish line to give us our accurate distance, and we will measure up to 1/100th of a foot here this afternoon.
Change of plans, Dan. We're going Agtronics this afternoon. So we'll have live results. We're going to move this monitor right in front of us here. We'll even have speed. So 313, 9 and 30.3 miles an hour. That was the first pass down the track. Going 30 miles an hour, 3. And yep, there goes the weight into the transfer machine right now. So another 2,000 pounds into the box.
All right, fans, so we see that decision maker sled down there. They've got the box moved ahead. We'll put a 2,000-pound weight in that weight transfer machine. Now, plant as it's empty, it will weigh in at 30,000 pounds. And of course, they will add those 2,000-pound blocks to it for each and every class out there. So we'll officially...
And it's for several reasons, heating the engine as well as, you know, getting everybody through smoothly, quickly, as well as, you know, just trying to keep the show moving here. So next competitor will be Larry Farringer out of Smithsburg, Pennsylvania, driving his John Deere 4320. It is still smoking. Larry, one of 2 tractors from the Farringer here this afternoon.
All right, fans, watch the wheel speed on this tractor as he gets ready to go. Do we have any John Deere fans here this afternoon? Where's our John Deere fans? Come on, make some noise. All right, fans, nice run right to about that full mark out there. Now, we see we do have 6 blocks in the sled here this afternoon, so 12,000 pounds. So we're looking at approximately 42,000 it's going to take to stop the Limited Pro Super Farm tractors here this afternoon. So excellent run for the Farringer team as they get rolling here today.
Absolutely, but also about that adjustment, listen to what it did to the speed. It took about 1 mile an hour off their speed, and he's at 290 and 3, so 29.9 miles an hour, 290.36. Your early leader in the class. So that's what that extra 2,000 pounds can do to these high wheel speed tractors. Take that speed away.
All right, Dan, so over here on the infield side, we will mark that lead distance with that yellow cone down there. That will signify our lead distance in our class. Now, of course, in support of tractor truck, we measure to the front of that weight transfer machine. It's not actually the pulling vehicle we measure to, it's to the front of that sled. So that's where you're going to have to be here this afternoon, so 290.36. Going to be the mark to beat here in our Limited Pro Super Farm class, our first class of the 2023 edition here of the Northeast Nationals here in Langford.
We've got some tough competition yet to go, though. In fact, our next competitor, he is the one to beat in the class. He just fired. So they're doing a great job of transporting all these guys with tow vehicles, and then they can kind of get them fired up here in the lineup area.
Now, Josh, you got to be a little bit more specific. Fluid they use, it's John Deere starting fluid.
That is true.
Yes, the John Deere starting fluid has a lot more ether in it than any other brand of ether out there. So you'll even see the blue ones back here, you'll see the red ones, they'll all use that John Deere ether, and a little bit one of those tidbits there that the pullers don't like you to see there as they're firing them up.
Well, yeah, Devin's okay with it, you know, him driving a John Deere, but you won't hear the blue guys or the red guys. They won't say that too much. But this is the one to beat. He is the defending champion and the current points leader in the division, but he's only got a 2-point lead coming into this afternoon. And back in the lead of the points race. So John Deere fans, look out.
Here we go, fans. Now take a look where he spotted that sled. He's moved it over just a little bit more towards right of center. Oh, we're going to stretch it out, fans. And we're going to have ourselves a new leader. Let's give a nice round of applause. Gavin Riggin, Vanderbilt, Pennsylvania, and we're going to see just how good it was.
3:16 and 8, the new lead. Now you know why they made that sled adjustment right there. Your new leader, 3:16 and 8, the Bandit. Tractor looks nothing like it did then. In fact, all of that patina, if you will, that was original patina, and he decided, you know what, in the off-season, when I put the wrap on this, I want to incorporate that. And it is a beautiful rendition of this John Deere 5020. And he was best of the show with Western Pennsylvania. So good running tractor. Just hooking up Mike Cleveland out of Chest Springs, Pennsylvania.
Out there, fans. Take a look at how close he is to that yellow cone out there over on the left side of the track. As, boy, I'll tell you, that momentum kind of got taken away there. Got to have that the big year here in Langford. You're going to pull on this track here this afternoon, as it's definitely taken some horsepower.
301 and 9. 301 and 9 for Mike Weekland just hooking up.
As we see that.
That's a bad choice on this track.
It's got to be a Forester.
You guessed it. In fact, it's Jason Forrester, the man himself behind.
National, I believe you do it now. They pull down there at the Keystone Nationals, and I have never per capita seen more Ford pulling tractors than I saw down there in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Tough running team right here, fans. Out of Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, Jason Forrester, our first blue one in the afternoon. Perfection down that right-hand sideline, trying something out a little bit different. Now, memory serves me right. I do not recall Jason Forrester ever pulling here in Langford before. I know Corey has been here.
I don't believe Jason has ever been up here either. It's great to see him. 288-1, but not bad for the new tractor in the Forrester team here.
So when I say that, you know,
Session goes, maybe.
Oh, okay.
If he does well, he says, I usually have to get one, you know, if I come to a two-hook event, I wait till the first one before Papa Smurf makes an appearance. So we'll see how this plays out. It's a big part of putting that event on in Harrisburg at the farm show. Come on to Langford. Here we go, Papa Smurf.
Once again, wheels up front. Let's give a nice round of applause, fans. Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, right off of Interstate 81 down there, the southern part of the Keystone State. And Forrester Farm Equipment down there. They got a New Holland dealership down there. They've run for many, many years. And like you said, how many tracks do they? Beer stands, both the beer stands on both sides of the track, and they do have the plastic bags. So if you do want to collect the cans like you do here at Langford, but you do have to take care of yourself. You have to take them home. So probably should ask Mom and Dad before you start doing so. Because like it's
next will be Courtney Thompson, from Silver Creek, New York. She's driving a John Deere 6030. She calls Juice. This would have a great vineyard that they operate most of the year. So that's where that juice and the great insignia comes from, the super farm.
Yeah, Courtney been running.
Ladies, help her out. First lady driver of the afternoon.
All right, what do you say, ladies? Come on, let's make some noise for her. Let's get behind her. See if we can get that juice tractor into that #1 spot.
Juice, I don't know, might have picked a little bit too high a gear here. Ran out of steam there, about 215 and 1, 215 and 1. She'll get another shot at it here this evening. Courtney Thompson.
All right, so we get a tow tractor out here to take Courtney off the track.
So moving right along here as we are working to get Courtney off the track. Appreciate all of the courtesy vehicles here to get these guys on and off. But on to the starting line, the smoking John Deere 4455, the three-time champion in the Limited Pro Super Farm Division. He was our 2021 champion. A handful of tractors here in the Limited Pro Super Farm division. Smokin' John, Greg Farringer, multi-time champion.
Looks like had the weight set just about perfectly on that tractor. Now the big question is, did he go far enough?
The mark to beat was 3:16 and 8. Greg Turner goes 3:07 and 4, so comes up a little bit short here in his first attempt. 3:07.47. That is good enough, however, for the number 2 spot. So we'll go on to Dan Park down in Brookville, Pennsylvania. Another John Deere 8710 called the Saturday Night Hooker. He was the champion of this division back in 2016, the Super Farm tractor out of Brookville, Dan Park. We're running the Super
I was
Farm.
getting a message about the
From that weight transfer machine. We'll
individual.
get the slack out of the chain and get ready to go here. Saturday Night Hooker. Good running tractor here once again out of Western Pennsylvania.
Fan favorite as well. In fact, I saw somebody come up to Langford just for the tractor, so fan favorite on the line.
Right off the start line, man, big wheel stand down there and had to do some corrective driving down there. You saw his left foot on that brake and brought it back around down here. Definitely going to hurt him in the distance department. Let's give a nice round of applause, man. Dan Park, the tractor out of Brookville, Pennsylvania.
Distance on that hook, 288.44. 288.44. That's going to be good enough to put him into the number 5 spot for the time being.
Rolling to the sled right now.
Yeah, and there's not a whole lot of red tractors that compete in this division. It's kind of dominated by the green and then, of course, the blue ones that we have this afternoon. But if you want to watch a good run at red tractors, here it comes. Johnny Hebenthal out of Ford City. Driving an International 766. Calls it mechanically inclined. Boy, might be one of the few red.
All right, got the sled spotted right down the center of the track. Where's our red fans this afternoon? Come on, international fans. Oh, man, he was on a pass here this afternoon, fans. And then just like that, just got underneath that turbocharger. Boy, she is taking some horsepower here today. Let's give a nice round of applause, man. A man out of Ford City, Pennsylvania.
300.9. Dan, you mentioned that. Oh boy, here we go. We're about to have a lead change here. And all of a sudden, they grabbed the hold up. So now we go to the K7240, driven by Ronald Dennison, out of Cato, New York. Calls the tractor Red Dog, and Dan, if I'm not mistaken, this is one of the Super Farms runs on the Western New York circuit most of the year.
For many, many years, seeing the Farm Boys Obsession tractor with that 1066 sheet metal on it. It's got the brand new MX, but the Red Dog ready to run here this afternoon at Magnum. track here this afternoon. Kind of throw these competitors fits a little bit here. And of course, as we said, they'll have another shot a little bit later on here tonight. You always say that. You give these pullers another shot at the track, it will definitely get things figured out. That is for sure. Fans, let's put our hands together for R.J. Dennison here this afternoon, the Red Dog out of Cato, New York. Cato just outside of Syracuse on the north side.
All right, so our next competitor, this is the tractor they were having a hard time getting fired up there in the lineup there. This is Scott Cascadden out of Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, another Forester tractor. New Holland G6180. It's called Leaf Blue. Scott Cascadden. Indoor event in March back in 2019.
All right, we got any blue fans out there? Where's our Ford New Holland fans? Come on, let's cheer them on. Skied it right off the start line there a couple times over.
Yeah, and again, another tractor still, you think, oh, it's got a good run, but then, boy, when that can drops, they are really hitting them hard. On about 263.2, 263, and 2 for Scott Cascadden, Leaf Blue.
All right.
Here he comes to the line.
All right, so we see that the Case International MX340 here for Ron Dennison. You mentioned a brand new ride here for Ron.
Beautiful tractor. Like that newer tin work here. See a lot of those pins
Out there, not too far off. As we start to wind down class number 1 here, 2023 Northeast Nationals here in beautiful Langford, New York.
Would have been a former champion, I believe, back in 2014. This was the tractor to beat. And yeah, they do have 2 tractors, but this is the only one here on the premises, as the other one's still in the shop getting worked on. Of course, these Fords use that Ford Genesis motor. Very stout, easily rebuilt engine. Will it be enough for the John Deere? Blue Reaper!
Going to be right about that 300-foot mark or so, or a little bit shy here as we are angled down at the track here. And
283.46, 283.46 for Nathan Graham. And another tractor that, boy, it looked like it's going to go, and then all of a sudden that can drops. Really snuffed out their momentum. 283.46.
I think a lot of these competitors are going to use this afternoon session as a learning curve here as part of where to put their weights on their tractor or what gear to run. Of course, Matt Conrad would like to put a stop to that here. Had a nice run at 313.95. Now remember, that was before we reset that weight transfer machine. We added about 2,000 more pounds to the box.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how
Here, fans, in the Limited Pro Super Farm Combo. Track is clear. Here we go.
Come on, Red fans, last shot at it.
All right, fans, let's give a nice round of applause here. Matt Conrad, as he will put an exclamation point on our class here this afternoon. We will call it complete. Class number 1 here of our Limited Pro Super Farm Combo Division.
And the distance there, 272.05 for Matt Conrad and Haywire. So I don't know, I think that kind of confirms our position there.
All right, fans, so it looks like finishing up in the number 4 spot this afternoon will be Donnie Hebenthal with the mechanically inclined. His run, that was the International at 300.95. In the number 3 spot will be Mike Weekland with the Just Hooking Up John Deere. His run was 301.92. Finishing up number 2 is Greg Farringer, the tractor out of Pittsburgh. Smoking John, his distance came in at, 307.47. And then, of course, our winner this afternoon was Devin Riggin. That Bandit John Deere with a great run at 316.80. So let's give all our Limited Pro Super Farm competitors, fans, a nice round of applause. Great way to start off our program here. And
Backside, if you want to take a look for the trophy presentation event.
all right, Josh, we're down here at the winner's circle. We've got Devin Riggin, our first winner of the afternoon. Devin, we talked about it earlier, up in the booth. We said, was it a situation where that track kind of went away as the class went on? You guys had an early number that seemed to work out for you?
I'm not sure. I think we just laid down a good pass.
Those John Deere's had it covered here this afternoon, didn't they?
I believe so.
Well, who would you like to thank for helping you get in the winner's circle here today?
Oh, I've got a lot of people. Van Genderen Motorsports, Fluid Damper, Weimer Fuel Injection, Nichols Tires, and most importantly, all of my family here.
All right, and then we'll present to you on behalf of the Langford, Oregon Fire Department, the plaque here. Fans, let's give a nice round of applause. Our winner here in the Super Farm Limited Pro class, Devin Riggin.
And the chicken wings won't be available until around 6 o'clock. It's going to be right around 6 o'clock that the chicken wings will be ready. So if you want a chicken dinner, get your tickets and get up there and get in line. But also we have steak burgers, Italian sausage, hot dogs, pop, Gatorade, water, beer, lots of beer, Jack Daniel, Twisted Tea, White Claw, Trulies, and Smirnoff. And I'll be back with you folks in a minute.
All right, fans, well, looks like we're ready to run what you brung here this afternoon. Josh, a class that you're very familiar with and, started this class years ago. Tell the fans about what we're going to see here this afternoon.
So you said the first part, Dan, run what you brung, but you forgot the second part. And hope
You brung it
up.
There you go.
And that's what it's all about. I mean, you're going to see some wild and crazy combinations. This first one, in fact, multi-turbocharger diesel. You're going to see some big blowers. You heard those start up. Multi-chargers, big single chargers. There's even a nitrous truck that runs in this division if he's on the premises. So there are some wild combinations. Currently, the points leader on the line. This will be Nick Headley out of Cookville, Pennsylvania. The Cummins Power Dog called Binder Edition. Run what you brung and hope you brung it up.
Wow! What a run right there, ladies and gentlemen. What a way to start the Run What You Brung class. The Binder Edition. Our test puller here in our Run What You Brung class. Now, Josh, out on the national circuit, we'll see the super stock diesel trucks, 7,500 pounds. They'll weigh in competition. What do we got here for this class here?
So, because of that exact reason, we changed this from anywhere from a 75 to 8,000. They now all run at 7,500 pounds. That was a rule change that we implemented once the Love family took over. They wanted everybody across the board to be at 7,500 pounds, and that super stock diesel division was kind of the purpose behind that. All running at the same weight there as you would be familiar with the 7,500. Driven by Mike Leslie out of Evansburg, Pennsylvania.
Years ago, the blower trucks and we've seen the naturally aspirated trucks running were more popular. Now it seems like it's kind of switched over. The diesel trucks seem to be a little bit more of the popular side of things here in the Run What You Brung class.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, our champion last year was a diesel truck. However, it was a single charger truck that won our championship last year. All right, so they got him fired back up. He sat there on the line and wanted to shut it down while we got the track rolled in. It can get too much heat in these engines too quickly, so he fired it back up here. Back ready to go with Mike Lepley and Hostile.
Tough break right there. Wait for it to clear out. You know, normally we'll see it start clearing, making it, that smoke getting a little bit more thorough and cleaning itself up, but just never really did so. And of course, it went past that dreaded 100-foot mark there. And once you do that, now fans, each and every competitor gets 2 attempts to make a measurable distance. Of course, if you don't get past that 100-foot mark, and being he went past that 100-foot mark, this run will count here this afternoon. So a tough break here. It looks like 186.04 will be the recorded distance here for the Hostile Chevy here today.
It almost sounded like a fuel delivery issue. Came off the line, hear that, or of course the mixture between the water injection might have been
We're ahead of ourselves. Take a look down at the start line. Looks like we are going to make a change here.
You caught that, Dan. I was not looking at the sled. I was watching the truck getting ready to be fired up, so good call on that. If they run that blower in a 1471 on the blower side, Kelly's right there at that limit. So still big cubic inch, 550 cubic inches, and the big blower. There you hear it fire.
So fans, we saw turbocharging earlier, exhaust-driven supercharger. Now this is a mechanically driven supercharger. Runs off the engine crankshaft. Takes about 1,000 horsepower to turn that supercharger, but what you gain in the end result, and I would say you're looking at approximately around 3,000 horsepower when it's all said and done out of this 550 cubic inch engine.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'll tell you, this is one tough running truck. 2018 champion. Not come out chase the points as much as he won that championship early, but when he comes off the play, look out. We'll be in his hometown next Friday in Litchfield. This will kind of be an opening run here for him. Beautiful restoration job there on the F100 1965 Ford. Look out, diesel fans, because he might mix it up in the top. Headed. It's about to get loud. 38 and 3. Kelly Gilman, bullheaded.
Boy, he was off to the races. Boy, about that 150 to 200 foot mark, that truck hit overdrive, and he was...
Absolutely. And hey, maybe he got the right draw position there. And we've got another blower truck getting ready to get fired up here too, so it'll be interesting how it plays out on this surface. Now as the adjustment has been made, our 2 blower trucks will go first.
Right now, 338.3, that's what it's going to take. Rob Farrell and Jaded.
318.
So,
318.
a little bit short, but not bad for the... This is Jeremy Yeager out of Bloomingdale, Pennsylvania. Pipe Dream 2018 Chevy Superstock Diesel multi-charger.
All right, man, another one of those tough running Superstock diesel trucks. And I do believe this one here comes out of the Chaos Fabrication shop down there in the
That is true.
Washington area.
Yeah, it's in Washington, Pennsylvania. In fact, they have their hand in about 3 of these trucks that you'll see go down the track here this afternoon. How he stacks up 338 and 3. Kelly Gilman with the bull-headed truck. Current leader.
A lot of history here in Western New York. You know, Dan Greg Morris ran that night shift truck back years ago when we used to run the modified four-wheel drive truck here in Western New York. That truck here in the track at Langford, always a tough one. The night shift Chevrolet. With our Chevy fans this afternoon. Come on, Chevrolet!
here with the running in the red 2002 Dodge 3500 multi-charger diesel truck. Been around for a number of years. What you run, Calvin Miller, running in the red. With the super stock diesel, 32.7 miles an hour, comes to rest at 332 and 9, 332.95, comes up a little short of the lead, but definitely goes solidly into number 2. Well, Dan, I'm sending Devin down to you. He came up to see us. Next on the starting line.
What? He's coming. Slowly but surely. He's taking a long way.
I told you the boxes.
Total mayhem.
This is a Ford Power Stroke motor. You hear the difference here in the V8. Isaac on the line. He's bringing the Warren diesel injection hand grenade truck. They're saying it's okay, whatever fire is not a major concern for them. So Chris Heisig goes 132 and 3, 132 and 3. Tough break for him here this afternoon. Yeah, how about it? Rough trip down the track. He'll do the best he can to get it put back together for the second hook of the afternoon. Hand grenade, Chris Heisig. Back on the starting line, our defending champion in the Run What You Brung division. This is Mike Hearn out of Somerset, Pennsylvania. Driving a 2005 Dodge called Bad Attitude. Big single turbocharger truck on the line. And the one to beat last year, Mike Hearn. Like that was solid right here at the Langford Nationals. He was the winner last year here. And he's doing back-to-back seasons. Mike Hearn, Bad Attitude. Mike Hearn thought he had it figured out here. Tell you a little bit about this truck. Last year that truck competed as a 5.9 Cummins block, but he said it was on its last legs. It had to be rebuilt in the off-season, and when he rebuilt it, he went to the 6.7 block. has made some major changes in order to keep that truck competitive. And it has given him fits all year. When he came off the line, I thought, oh boy, he's got it figured out. Mike Hearn, bad attitude, 219 and 5, 219 and 5.
Text her a photo.
She's not afraid to drive this truck either, but she's certainly a good, talented young driver, but also coachable, taking all the tips from the Hodges family. Dave Lincoln will back to the line.
I don't know what I saw. I saw the same thing you did.
Lincoln Excavation out of New Martinsville, West Virginia. Sponsor USA East Red Bullet. Her dad pilots the 3.0 limited pro stock four-wheel drive truck. She drives the super stock diesel.
Marvin called.
Like today to go and have that. Yeah, there we go. Something to prove. Jaden Littman. Come on, ladies. Cheer on.
Where's our ladies? Come on, ladies! Woo!
Something to prove, Jaden Littman. Great pass at 332 and 5, 332 and 5. She goes into the number. Too close here. Oh, she just misses the number 2 spot, goes into the number 3 spot with 332.5. Calvin Miller holds on to number 2 at 332.9.
And once again, fans, still all gunning for that blower truck out there sitting on top. Got just a couple left to go here, but still some tough ones waiting in the wings. This one's not over by a long shot, that is for sure.
Youngest driver to ever compete out in Bowling Green, Ohio, yeah?
Yes, that is correct. And of course, Sean's dad, a former national champion, and kind of turned the keys over to the young boy. You know, I know when I was 16, I got the keys to a Chevette. I didn't get the keys to a 3,000 horsepower diesel truck.
Yeah,
Well, not sure if you heard when I was talking to Devin Riggin about that track conditions out there. He says, no, the track stayed kind of consistent out there. He said you just had to have that John Deere horsepower.
Well,
so, you know, there.
I'll tell you, Devin would certainly know.
Avella, Pennsylvania, not too awful far from the Erie, Pennsylvania area, off down Interstate 79 down there. One to watch on the start line, fans. Young Aiden Hodges. Once again, the mark to be 338 and 3. 338.3. Watch that yellow cone down there. Again, parked it right at that yellow cone. Going to be awful close here in the distance department. Now, fans, we talk about with these super stock, these multi-charger diesel trucks, they're so difficult to drive. You know, you just, like a lot of pulling vehicles, you hook them to the track and away you go. These diesel trucks, you got to sometimes ride them out 150, 200 feet before they actually go full throttle on these trucks. So difficult to drive. And you see Aiden doing just a great job of that as he made his way down the track. He applied that horsepower, filled the truck, helped the truck hook, and he was off to the races. And it's going to be a good one here. We'll see what the distance comes in for him.
334 feet even, 334 even. To get a variety of fuel because we've got diesel versus methanol competing directly beside each other. Beautiful field, I believe Jason said 16 up to the line for the right spot. So great field.
The hometown, which, my all-time favorite hometown for a pulling town is Cat Spring, Texas. Okay? Warriors Park, Pennsylvania, that's pretty cool, too. Being from Warriors Park. But
Actors, dude, are going right down the middle. Jonathan Waskop, rolling, call. Truck, the diesel to the lead, 346 and 9, 346.9, your new leader. Just as I was getting ready to say, I think the track is still going away, he goes and he puts that pass down the track.
But you know where he did it? Down that left-hand sideline. We saw Aiden Hodges, he worked that left side. I think he built the road for him. Fans, one more time, new leader. Yeah, this is going to be interesting here as he backs it up. Looks like just about dead center is where the sled is spotted. Now we'll see if he kind of leans it over here to this left-hand side a little bit.
346 just laid down.
All right, fans, final shot in the class. Let's see if he can get it done here this afternoon. Once again, our new mark to beat here in the class, 346.90.
You want to see Nick Headley in binder edition? Get behind him. Nick Headley.
This afternoon. Let's give a nice round of applause.
Nick Headley, 317 and 2. 317 and 2.
Well, fans, this afternoon, the Run What You Brung four-wheel drive class brought to you by Fox Construction. Fox Construction can fill all your needs for commercial dump truck service, backhoe work, site preparation, and land clearing. Fox Construction also does water and brine hauling for gas and oil wells in case you want to produce your own energy. Fox Construction is located right here in downtown Langford, and you can give them a call at 337-3248 or 337-2546. That's Fox Construction for the best trucking around.
All right, so your top 5 in the Run What You Brung division. Fifth place will Braden Littman, something to prove at 332 and 5. Fourth place will go to Calvin Miller, 332 and 9. Aiden Hodges will go home with the number 3 spot at 334. Second place will go to Kelly Gilton in 338 and 3. And your winner from this afternoon with the distance 346 feet and 9, Jonathan Waskop, rolling coal. Classic manufactured engine combinations as well as fuel combinations. First up, you're going to see Mark Cooper out of Southington, Ohio, running 1974 all over 1955. You're going to see a lot of beaches if they're running alcohol. So here we go. Mark Cooper, our test cooler with split decision. All right, good run for the Oliver 1955, Mark Cooper Sr., 3:17 and 2.
Okay, so now decision time. You know, we talk about it, you go over 300 feet, you know, you had to touch the brake, you got over to the left-hand side just a little bit, but the big question, was it good enough? Do you feel that it was good enough to win the class, or think you could do a little bit better a little bit later on in the class? So that is right now going through his mind as a test puller.
Well, I think, I just heard over the radio, though, he might not have a choice. He might have to come back, because I think they're going to reset the sled. Yep, Wayne's coming back to the cab, and looks like we might make an adjustment here.
Now, one thing I have learned over the years of working these tractor pulls and working with Wayne Butts, when I see that march, I know that he's going to do something. So when he's marching back towards the sled,
Make an adjustment, but he is dropping to the end. So Mark made that decision.
all right, well, there you go.
Yep, so he'll be back around. And now Jason Holman comes to the line with the Ford 7910 with, you guessed it, another Cummins motor underneath the hood. The Ford 7910 just in time. Jason, busy man this weekend out of Eden, New York, as he is very instrumental in putting this pool on. He was there with us at the driver's meeting, answering all the questions as to the facility and kind of the fireman's department end of it. And he said, all right, now I got to change hats and put my helmet on and get behind the wheel here.
Yeah, one of the stock tractors. One to watch here this afternoon. Where's our Jason Holman fans? Come on, let's cheer them on. That Ford 7910. That is how it's done right there, fans. Picture perfect pass for Jason Holman. You saw that front end come up like a duck out of water, and it sat there the whole length of the track. That is what you're looking for. Let's give a nice round of applause as we see the 50-50 girls going around here, and make sure you give them a holler, give them a dollar, and we're going to send a fan home with a pocket full of cash. That is for one.
3:17 and 2. 3:17 and 2 will be the early mark to beat. Boy, I feel that 18 competitors in the class. We already saw the Ford. We saw an Oliver, now another Oliver comes to the back. In fact, some of these older brands that you don't often see, you're going to see quite a few of them in here. Oliver is well represented. This is an Oliver 1800 rear end.
Mike and his dad Dale used to, years ago, back in the 80s, used to campaign at Bandit, Massey Ferguson pro stock tractor for many years, and then Mike kind of moved on into the two-wheel drive class. You fans may remember an old 57 Chevy used to run Road Warrior in the two-wheel drive class, and then he kind of moved into the modified three-engine class, and then kind of got away from the sport, and good to see him back here in the light limited class. Mike Monreal out of the Buckeye State of Ohio.
Wow, a little bit of a wild hop there from Mike Monreal. Dan, you mentioned the Massey Ferguson. It is not here today, but they have dug that tin work out and redesigned it to put it into this light limited super stock division. So
5 or so, I believe.
1175. That's what it is.
Kind of an odd, yeah, it was an odd sheet metal, I remember, on that tractor, but goes back to the...
A true green tractor, the Planton tractor, the John Deere 6215R, driven by Brent Schubert out of Ohio. Between the diesel fuel and the methanol. Currently 315 and 5 held by the alcohol burning Jason Holman Ford. This will be Brent Schubert, the Planton tractor.
Ed Diesel putting it on him here this afternoon.
You better believe it. Well, we're on to 328 and 2, 328 and 2. A planting tractor. Well, you get a...
Delivery service is available through Uber Eats. Give the Erie Community Call at 716-992-9910. So once again, glad to have them on hand here.
That position will be the Ford 7000, the Haymaker, driven by Pete Kingston out of Geneseo, New York. You also see a lot of Ohio. They kind of have formed this group together. It's good to see the Haymaker. Pete Kingston.
All right, having a little bit of trouble right off the start line. Now look, fans.
Even state lines don't really determine the rules. They're doing a great job of coming together, making it work. Here we go, second attempt, Haymaker.
All right, fans. Well, as you can see at this point, it's kind of like jumping off a diving board. You kind of get what you can get out there. Let's give a nice round of applause to Haymaker and Pete Kingston. Not too far from home, right up in Geneseo.
So if that was his jump off the diving board, what move would you call that? Was that a belly
Like
flop?
a belly flop, yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, that's, but he'll have another shot later on. As we mentioned earlier, one of the classes that'll be coming back at the end of the night. One of the 3 classes you're seeing early on in the show. And, all right, Jonathan Waskov, if you can hear us, we'll lead you down to the end of the track. Josh is going to head down there and take care of that, the winner's circle for our Run What You Run class. All right, man, John Jansen, the blue Ford, barely affordable, out of Jefferson, Ohio, makes his run here this afternoon. And fans, down here over on the grandstand side, we've got down here in front of the beer tent, we've got folks here from Monster Energy, and they're giving away samples of their new Beast product, which is the Monster Energy drink with L3.19, 303.19, 303.19 the distance. They're going to go back to the state of New York. In fact, they're from not too far away, as we've got Andrew Dick here from Freedom, New York, with his...
Down the track as he broke a rear hub on the tractor as he was going like about 250 feet, so he's hoping to do a little bit better than that here this time down the track.
Yeah, no doubt looking for a little bit better success here with the Alice Chalmers. We got any Orange fans out there this afternoon? Where's our Alice Chalmers Orange fans? All right. Give a nice round of applause here for Andrew Dick and the Alice Chalmers D17. Once again, we need Mr. Waskov to the end of the track, please, for your trophy presentation. As we get a distance in here of 282.04. 282.04 the distance for Andrew Dick. International 1256. And this is going to be Sean Shea out of Warfordburg, Pennsylvania. Alcohol Burning International. Looking ride down here.
Damn brand new tractor in 2023 just finished in the winter. off-season and already has a win in 2023. So London can be competitive already in his inaugural season. A good running tractor. Another Cummins-powered E-Series Cummins on alcohol underneath the hood.
Bay on the way here for Sean Shank. And International. Walking like a dog out there, fans, about that 200-foot mark. And no good things happen when that starts happening there on those tractors. So he got out of it before, we got to run again here tonight, fans. Let's give him a tough luck round of applause. It's going to be a short distance, 2.25 for Sean Shank here this afternoon. So a tough luck round of applause here for him as he does not the run he was looking for. There of our first Run What You Brung class here this afternoon.
Yeah, Dan, I'm here with Jonathan Waskob, our winner for the Run What You Brung early edition here. So I'll present that to you, Jonathan. Congratulations. One heck of a run. We were up there talking about, oh, maybe the track's going away, and then all of a sudden, man, you blew past them all. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your run there and what you thought?
Well, first time I've been here to Langford, awesome track. I didn't know what to expect. Crowd is awesome. I heard you guys cheering out there. That's just really cool for us to hear. Got a great competitive group of trucks, and yeah, I was able to give it all the beans, and the Langford dirt held her together for us.
Is there anybody you'd like to thank for your trip out here today?
Oh, just the rest of everybody in the class is so helpful. I came up here solo today, and everybody jumped in and helped, and yeah, just like to thank the fans most of all, and the fellow competitors.
Well, congratulations. You'll have it back up and running for the second hook here later.
Yeah, I'm excited to see if I can pull something else like that again.
Congratulations. See if you can go 2 for 2.
Hey, turn. Hey, give her.
All right, fans, one more time, the winner of our Run What You Brung class here this afternoon, Jonathan Waskob. Good running, rolling cold machine. To the start line, we've got Mike Eaglehouse, Blairsville, Pennsylvania, the Mill Money. This is a Fireball 560 on the start line. Well, it kind of takes you back to the early days of the old light superstock class back in the 70s and early 80s. These light tractors ran for many, many years and then kind of went by the wayside as the components kind of took over. And good to see the folks from the light limited superstock started building these machines and bringing them back. And good to see out there, as you can see, a lot of variety, a lot of colors here in this class. Suit, Snell-approved helmet, all the safety gear you'd see in any major motorsport. So we see it here in tractor and truck pulling. All right, here we go. The Mill Money. All right, going to come up a little bit shy here this afternoon, fans. Let's give a nice round of applause. Blairsville, Pennsylvania. That's Fireball 560. As we get a distance in of 249.46, 249.46. For Mike Eaglehouse. Once again, 249.46 for the Fireball 560. All right, so it looks like we should have another Ford. Yes, we do. Moving out on the track here. Ford 7000. Called it part-time in pieces. Part-time in pieces. And this is going to be North Preischel doing the driving. All right, so North Preischel on the start line here with his Ford 7000. Don't see too many of the 7000s out on the pulling track. Good to see. See a lot of the 9000 series Fords. Fans, let's give a nice round of applause. Nice run right down the center of the track here. And distance will come in at 278.40, 278.40, 278.40. All right, they tell us Dustin Weir.
Out of Wales, South Wales, New York. The Powerhouse International 1206 comes to the line.
Hard runners here in Western New York for many, many years. Langford track claims another victim. Runs out of horsepower here. The Powerhound looking for that horsepower. 287.70. That is 287.70. Coming up here next.
Yeah, this is a newer tractor to the division. Bill Metz out of Bentleyville, Pennsylvania. By the time it's documented, so 106 Deutsch, as you mentioned, air-cooled, no radiator out front.
Down there, Denver, North Carolina, some of the NASCAR teams that used to be up there on the lake over there. They came a long way to pull.
I would say undocumented. Well, he was doing good, Dan, and then it gave him a little bit too much hop, and more than he wanted, and he got out of it. I think he lived to fight another day, if you will.
Yeah, definitely a tough break, Dan. Let's give him a tough luck round of applause here. Coming up, Denver, North Carolina. With a good-looking Deutsch machine, but not going to be in the money here this afternoon, but we'll have another shot a little bit later on.
197.6, 197.68 for Jerry.
Here, fans, we've got the first of our Orange Brigade here coming back as we've got Sam Stoner out of Latrobe, Pennsylvania. And Dallas Commerce 190 for Mark Gable with 28.22. That was also diesel-powered entry. Let's see if Sam Stoner can get it all together here this afternoon. Where's our Orange fans? Come on, let's cheer them on. All right, Dan, Sam Stoner and the Alice Chalmers 190. Relentless. 293.92 the distance, 293.92. It looks like we'll take over the number 4 spot. So number 4 right now for the Alice Chalmers. And Sam.
Instrumental in helping out, but he wasn't behind the wheel of the puller tractor. He was working all night on the scraper and rollers. So Sam was no stranger to the point. Good to see him coming out and having a good time and a good run.
Absolutely
Here
beautiful
in
day.
New York.
I love it.
So now we go to Austin Cahoon out of Burdett, New York. This tractor has been around in the class for quite a while. Oliver 88, called Rod Hot. Now this tractor at one time was campaigned as the 88th proof tractor, for those of you that have followed this sport. This is the 80 dad had that written on, instead of hot rod on the side of the car, he had Rod Hot. So that name, kind of in honor of that, made its way now on this tractor. Oliver 8.
Foot mark.
Yeah, this was Jason's original tractor, I believe.
And asked Rick Lincoln about that one time. The old Pat lanes were shaking out after that one.
I bet they were. Rod Hot.
slipped off a little bit here. Is gotta watch it. We talked about those white lines each side of the track. Kind of motoring down through there, and kind of towards the end of the run there, slipped off a little bit. But nonetheless, it's going to be a good run.
Yep, 299 and 2, 299 and 2. He goes into the number 4 spot now. And boy, that was almost smooth as silk as he went down through there. No left or right until, like you said, the very end. Man, what a smooth run. Looks like the Columbia 4010 will now come out onto the track. He was actually scheduled earlier on in the lineup, but had a hard
Now, fans, take a look where he spotted the sled. He's a little bit close over here on this left side. We've kind of been working the middle to the right side. Now we're going to try the left side out here. Well, we got a green one leading the class. How many John Deere fans? You guys still out there? Come on, let's cheer them on. Top 3 or so.
300.9, 300.90. Boy, that 4th place changes hands here. Now he goes up the 4th spot. Dan, you mentioned you wanted it on the grandstand side. Look at your engine failure, and at that time he decided to switch this over to both alcohol and the Cummins motor. So Cummins engine under the hood. Tractor has been together, prepared, first hook on the new combination right here.
All right, David Romanchuk. David Romanchuk, if you can hear us, we have something ears. Head down to the lower bar over here on the grandstand side. They got something for you. David Romanchuk. If you can hear us, head on over to the lower bar. They got something. All right, looks like got her fired up down there. And Mark cinches up that 5-point safety harness, gets the slack out of the chain, and ready to go to work. The Father's Pride. Where's our Father's Pride fans? You guys out there, where's the Gable fans? All right. Let's see if he can take over that number 1 spot. Definitely going to shake the order up with that run. Let's give a nice round of applause. Mark Gable.
297 and 2. 297 and 2. You can see he had about 30 pounds more on the rear end. Carried that front end just a touch more. Might have been onto something, but hey, not a bad run for his first time since the new engine build this year mid-season. 297 and 2.
Absolutely.
Here at the Langford Nationals. Over 2150. Originally would have come with a 478 Hercules motor. That would have been a military motor. So they put in these farm tractors, and it was a solid design, great. A lot of work done by the Hercules motor in haulers. But it has now been switched over to a alcohol-burning Cummins motor. Ron ran that 478 Hercules for a number of years. So now runs running the P-Series Cummins motor on alcohol and runs brand new turbocharger, first run on the new turbo. So can he repeat here, Dan?
No pressure. No pressure. No pressure whatsoever. Jefferson, Ohio. Right along that stretch, right on the 90, off the 90 there. Wow. Well, he lived up to the expectations, that's for sure.
He at least had a great pass. Not quite enough to take the lead, but he goes into the number 2 spot at 318 and 8. 318 and 8, Ron Bailey, hair of the dog.
Fans, let's give a nice round of applause. Jefferson, Ohio, Ron Bailey, here in our Light Limited Super Stock class brought to you by the Eden Dairy Queen. Right.
3 inches. Good running. Diesel powered shutters. Derek McIntyre. Not afraid to drive it. Right.
Oh, the chicken dinners are all sold out, they tell me. Oh, okay. We're not 100% on that, so if you want one, you better get over there quick. We'll say that. They're sold. They're telling me they're sold out, so don't head over there. But the chicken wings will be coming out here shortly, so that's down in Little Valley tonight.
I believe so, but he'll join us tomorrow, I
Yes,
believe. So.
I should send him a picture of the chicken wings.
Yes.
That was a big proponent of the chicken wings last year. And of course, also fans give the 50-50 girls a holler. They're telling me they're going to have at least 2 drawings, maybe 3, depending on how popular they are. So make sure you give the 50-50 girls a holler, win some cash.
Go, Derek McIntyre, green grenade.
About 200 feet, things were looking really good, riding cowboy going down through there. And then we saw the General Tire decision maker say, not today.
So now we saw one with a little bit, too little weight up front. Perfect to have that picture perfect run. 304 and 4, 304 and 4. He now goes into the number 4 spot. Derek McIntyre, green grenade.
So here we go, final tractor in our light limited super stock class, brought to you by the Dairy Queen.
And he has one run down the track already before we made that adjustment. Again, this Mark Trooper Sr. coming back out of Southington, Ohio. 1955 Oliver. Split decision.
You fans over here on the grandstand side, you want a t-shirt. You need to make some noise. You need to stand up. They're loading the gun as we speak. All right, how about you fans over here on the left side? Come on, make some noise.
295 and 2, 295 and 2 at 28.8 miles an hour, split decision. Top 5 in the results for the light limited super stock division. 5th place, John Jansen, 303 and 1. 4th place, Derek McIntyre, green grenade, 304 and 4. Jason Holman, just in time, 3rd place, 315 and 5. 2nd place goes to Ron Bailey, 318 and 8. Hair of the Dog, and their winner, with a distance 328 feet and 2, Brent Schubert and the Planting Tractor.
When those vehicles move, the Ford would like to head for home, and you guys are blocking them in. So once again, that's a Ford Silver F350, a gray F150, a Chevy Silverado, and a blue Ford Explorer. If you're parked...
So this will be our 2/6 diesel division. Set to go down the track in this class. First up will be Noah Hostetler out of Milton, Pennsylvania. Ford Power Stroke on the line. Noah Hostetler, Ford Power 295, 295.04. He is our test puller in the class. He gets the option to keep that, of course, or drop back. Looks like we're official. He's going to drop 95, going to drop it, come back at the end.
I might move down.
All right, so out of the cab comes Logan Thomas. Making an adjustment, I believe. He's going to let us know a little bit further here. Down in the winner's circle. I think Dan's ready to go.
All right, yeah, we got Brent Schubert down here in the winner's circle. And Brent, we were talking about it earlier in this class. You know, we saw the alcohol tractors go down here, and then you come through with that, you know, diesel-powered John Deere, and you really put it on here this afternoon. Was it a situation where the track was just a little bit better towards the diesels, or?
I think just had a nice, smooth run, and I think the alcohols could have been right there with me.
Now, doing a little bit of talking with you a little bit earlier, you came a long way to pull here tonight. You came just outside of Cincinnati, correct?
Yes.
So how about how many hours to get up here to Langford?
6.5.
6.5 to get here to Langford. Well, on behalf of the folks here from Langford, New Oregon Fire Department, we got a nice plaque here for you to take home. Fans, let's give a nice round of applause. Brent Schubert, our winner of our light limited super stock class here tonight, session number 1. And Brent, you're going to be back for session 2?
If all checks out.
All right, he'll be back. See if he can repeat here tonight.
Trackside Jamie and Smucker out of Hunt, New York will be next up. Driving a 2006 Dodge called Expense Account. 06 would have a 5.9 with common rail computerization or injection. Here we go, Jamie and Smucker, Expense Account. Account. Jamie and Smucker, 275 and 4, 275 and 4. I must say, I gotta find his transmission builder because I think that thing shifted about 3 or 4 times going down the track. Expense account, Jamie and Smucker, 275 and 4, shifting down the track. So on we go with the 2.6 Pro Street Division. 8,000 pounds DOT tires and a 2.6 through-bore turbo. Former champion in the class. Currently Sitting number 3 in the points race in 2023, Ron King out of Sandy Lake brings his 6-0 power stroke board out onto the line. The Problem Child. Where are my Ford fans? Problem Child. Ford Power Stroke on the line. Let me hear from you, Ford fans. How about that, Ford fans? Ron King, the Problem Child, goes to the lead 3:02 and 6, 3:02.62. Your new leader, Ron King and the Problem Child. So how about that, Ford to the lead. Today, but if you already bought your ticket, you're requested that you go up and pick that up in the upper 10. There are no more remaining in the lower 10, but if you bought your chicken dinner ticket, already are in possession of that, we have about 24 left. You can go up into the tent up on top of the hill and pick that up. That would really help them out. You know what to do for the rest of the night. Lancaster, it's Lancaster.
Right, exactly. So there's one thing there, you know. Myself, I grew up in Lancaster, New York, you know.
Matthew Bolt, 259 and 5, 259 and 5. Matthew Bolt in the Mystery Machine.
Yeah,
Culinary, the Dinosaur 96 Dodge. There's lots of Dodges in the four-wheel drive diesel machines with that 96 company.
I already gave her a hug.
Sit down, darling.
She got her hug before she even seen it, right? Wasn't even on film, Mama.
Nope.
Yeah,
Perfect. You guys did an amazing job for
well, maybe a good news, bad news situation here for Joe Calinari. Maybe the new leader, but may have damage here. We heard that truck kind of run off a little bit.
Anytime you hear that sound, driveline, definitely a driveline issue. It comes off, adds insult to injury. It comes up a little short, 302.02, 302.02 comes up just about 6 inches short. Goes into the number 2 spot. Come up next, Vincent Aptuck.
Yeah, the Whiskey Bet truck out of Scioto, New York, 99 Dodge. And a lot of these trucks here in this class, here from the Western New York side of things, that run in the, run what you run.
To drive it home when you broke it.
Yes, you did have to drive it home. All right, the man out of Scio is going to try something a little bit different. Over on the right side of the track. Whiskey Bend. Outbound. There we go. All right, giving a nice shot over there on the right side of the track. Fans, let's give a nice round of applause here. Vince Apta out of Scio, New York.
284 and 4. 284 and 4. Enough for the number 4 spot for the time being.
So it looks like next up we should have our classic hot rod class should be up, and they will be followed.
We'll bring one of 2 Chevrolets from the Frank Floyd team out onto the track. This is the original one with the Frank & Son auto body truck, multi-time champion, and true Duramax power plant, true Chevy through and through. That lead away. This might be the one. Brandon the Frank.
All right, where's our Chevrolet fans? Come on, Chevrolet! I think we're going to move that lead cone just a little bit more here.
You are indeed, as he goes 310.06, 310. Brandon the Frank, your new leader.
I've been doing these. All right, Dan, so new leader over here in our 2-6 Pro Street class.
To pick up your chicken dinners, if you previously bought tickets earlier today, please go and get your chicken by 7 o'clock. Pizza, french fries, salt potatoes, corn on the cob, popcorn, nachos, chicken wings, ice cream, and catch this truck, Dan. The track goes 297 and 6, 297 and 6, Chris Bear. Good run for the Rowdy Ram, 6-7 Cummins in that 06 Dodge. Good run, Chris Bear and the Rowdy Ram. Okay, we also have a lot of beer.
It's going to be a white ticket, number 140583, 140. Whoa, no, sorry. Sorry, wrong number. 139118. Sorry about that. 139, $133, they tell me. 139118, winning ticket.
Attention in the pit area, attention in the pit area. All Pro 466 tractors, make your way to the scales at this. This is Andrew Kissick, American Ride, a 2008 Ford F-350. It's a 6.4 power stroke. See what the American Ride Ford can do. Chevy out front now at 310. man, and
I
all of a
think he
sudden,
was on his way, yeah, no doubt.
tough luck there for the American Ride Ford, Andrew Kissick, 294 and 284 and 8284.81. Tough break.
Yeah, he quickly gets out of the truck here, checking things over, but yeah, was definitely on a pass here. All right, fans, so the Chevrolet Brandon DeFrank leads the class, the 3:10.06 run, 3:10.06. Right now, our lead is mechanical call at 716-597-7857. Once again, that's Universal Mechanical at 597-7857. So proud sponsor of our 2.6 Pro Street truck class here this afternoon. And looks, we got a gentleman sprinting up the, they're going to verify. We got a winner. Bob from Springville. He's a winner here tonight. Bob from Springville. $1,933. Congratulations. All right, fans, he's going to donate $100 back to the Langford, New Oregon group, so thank you for that. There goes Bob. He's like, Price is Right. Look at him running down the stairs and everything.
Jason Covert always hustling. Always hustling. Jason Covert, 8.04.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Bob from Springville. He's still running around down there somewhere. As the sun starts to go down.
All right, so coming up next out of Mendon, New York, is Stephen Rector with the Protege 2003 Dodge. So looking loads of new ready to the computer. Whatever horsepower you would like to do. You can also turn that dial and get about 5 minutes choices. I'm sure he's got a set on cool here.
DeFrank at 3:10.06. 3:10.06, the mark to beat. Gonna be close here. Gonna shake the order up. Don't think he's gonna take over that #1 spot, but he'll be contending here for that one of those top 3 here, maybe 4.
Yep, 296 and 8, 296 and 8. Ooh, tough competition. He goes to the #5 spot with that. 296.89.
All right, fans, let's give Steve Rector a nice round of applause here. The man out of Mendon, New York.
We right now have a GMC out front, 310, Duramax. What last chance we do? We make it 1 and 2 at least. Chevrolet now up on top.
We'd start to see these trucks kind of work their way towards the middle part of the track here. We've been working this left side just about the whole class.
Last chance. Boy, they keep sticking, like you said, to that left-hand side. 285 and 1, 285 and 1. We had one try the right side, broke a drive line and he said, nope, not going over there.
Yep, everybody back over here on the left side, but like I said, that starting line area, you know, as much as you can manicure it and try to keep it as even as possible, it does tear up out there, so you gotta, you know, even with these DOT tires and for many, many years.
Beautiful looking second generation Dodge. 98 was the year that they would have split from a 12 valve to a 24 valve head design.
All right, here we go, fans. The blacktop. We got anybody from Holland here tonight? Come on, let's cheer them on. Going up there, no man's land, up there on the right side of the track, and we'll shake the order up just a little bit here with a nice run at 283 and change. 283.54 the distance, 283.54 for Mike Serrata. Just a handful of trucks left to go here, fans, in our 2-6 Pro Street.
Dodge number 3 in the standings.
Yeah, you can't ask for more parity than that, fans. We're seeing it here. Bring out the truck out of Dundee, New York, down there at the Finger Lakes. Fans, let's give the Mighty Max a nice round of applause. 06 GMC, Lester Garvin, out of Dundee, New York.
286.08, 286.08. Mighty Max. Switch for us here. Hold on. Oh, we're good. Richard Myers, Cyclone. Looks very similar to a truck.
Cyclone truck.
I'm excited.
Yeah, they all do it a little bit, where they offset a little bit. Boy, that seems quite a bit extreme there. Almost like it was a dual axle and they took the outside tires off.
All right, once again, Duramax. Here we go. Here, gonna be awful close to taking over that number 1 spot here.
We got 301 and 7, 301 and 7. Wow, tough competition. He only goes to the number 4 spot with that run, 301.74 with Cyclone.
Those vehicles move so the puller can head for home.
All right, Dan, so our current leader is Brandon DeFrank at 310 with the DeFrank and Son auto body truck. I mentioned early on, there's 2 trucks here from the DeFrank pulling team. This is the other truck. This is Ed McConnell out of Richmond, Ohio. Cause and effect. Brand new truck here already. Very tough in the division as he, for sure, with his Duramax power plant. Brand new truck in 2023, cause and effect. because he just did it again, Dan.
Old school Chevrolet, looks to be about a 70 or so Chevrolet.
He goes 311.8, 311 and 8, your new leader, Ed McConnell. So the DeFrank trucks 1 and 2 in the standings.
All right, well, you got to be from Richmond, Ohio. You want to be a winner here tonight. Fans, let's give a nice round of applause, our new leader.
We've got one we have not seen and one we have seen, my apologies. Coming up will be Type 15 with a 94 Dodge driven by
New York, right over the hill. Where's our fans from Boston? All right. Type 15's on the starting line.
I thought Boston was in Massachusetts. Students I know is in the audience, and she's saying, man, you can't be teaching me. It's summertime. Here we go. Type 15. Type 15, 284 and 2, 284.28.
All right, so we're down to 1. We're down to that no run. Chevrolet that wins it, or is it going to be a Ford? We're going to find out. Here we go. All right.
Malfunction there. Like I said, I think it almost like wrong gear. Let's see if we can get it going.
So close. Fans, let's put our hands together for him. He gave it a shot here.
298 and 1, 298.13. So he did better his distance by about 3 feet. And good run, 298.13.
All right, so that means Ed McConnell is going to be our winner of our 2-6 truck class here this afternoon. Ed McConnell is a cause and effect at 311.81. Finishing up in the number 2 spot will be Brandon DeFrank with the DeFrank & Sons Auto Body truck at 310.06. And then looks like rounding out our top 3 finishers here in their big class of 18, Ron King and the Problem Child at 302.62. So
Up against this wall.
And Ed McConnell, if you can hear me, we'll meet you down at the winner's circle for your trophy presentation. And Ed McConnell, if you want to come down to the winner's circle, right around the...
round of applause, fans. Mike Palmer currently sitting number 2 in the points here as our test puller will get things started. We got a distance of 315.54, 315.54. So the mark to beat here, 315.54, and our Hot Rod V8 class, and we'll move them along here.
All right, Dan, we are trackside ready to go with our winner in the Pro Stock Diesel 4-wheel drive division, our 2.6 division. And McCall, congratulations on your win here at the Langford Northeast Nationals.
I just thank everybody at the track and the facility and the family and friends.
Well, congratulations. You're the winner here. Congratulations, Ed. Beautiful run down the track.
Hey, you want to get a photo? You want in? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Up, we've got Seth Shakely out of Ashland, Ohio.
You're welcome.
Cockpit 40 Homestead, hand me down, he calls it. All right, ready to go to work here. 3:15:54, the mark to beat. Let's see if he can do it. Here we go. He was up against that rev limiter, and he made his way down. Going to come up short here, fans. Let's give him a nice round of applause. 279.35 the distance. 279.35 for Seth Shakely here tonight, number 2. 279.35. Hot Rod V8 looks like it's going to be Ricky Rose out of Lisbon, Ohio. Going to be our next puller up. Calls it the Real Horse. Like that Case tractor here with the V8 planted down inside. Jackie Kavets, end of the track. She gets the green flag. Here we go. Round of applause, Ricky Rose, Lisbon, Ohio. As we get the distance in here of 294.42, 294.42.
All right, so Ricky Rose goes to the number 2 spot with that rod. Dan, I mentioned to you at the start of the class that obviously these tractors can get stopped by the mini sled. Coming up next will be Logan Neely out of Monaca, Pennsylvania. Most of these tractors come to you from one of 2 areas in the country. They're either down around the Pittsburgh airport area and the surrounding Westmoreland and Fayette counties, or they're in southeast Ohio. So those are the main 2 areas that they come from, and all of the guys that came here today are from those 2 areas. There's typically anywhere as many as 15 or 20 of these guys when they get together.
Fans, the fireball. Let's give a nice round of applause here. Logan Neely, the Iron Bull.
259 and 4, 259.4 for Logan. Horsepower back is still in a great depression era, so but you gotta find a tractor that can hold that horsepower. These tractors on the farm might ignore. Well, here comes our 40 leader on the line, Mike Janowski, the full-time driver. Well, the mark to beat was 3:15.54. Mike Janowski just went 3:15.66. 2, your new leader.
Wow.
Rounding out your top 5, third place will go to Ricky Rhodes in the Warhorse. Fourth place will go to Seth Shakely in the Homestead Hand-Me-Down, 279 and 3, and fifth place will go to Logan Neely and the Iron Bull. Dan, well, I'm here with our winner in the Hot Rod V8 division, Mike Janoski. So great run and first time up here. And congratulations on your win.
Thank you very much. Great place here, really enjoyed it here.
Well, you beat out the field here and built on your points lead. So how do you feel? Hoping to come back, I'm assuming, in Langford and give it another try, first time here.
Oh, definitely. We'll be back. Yeah.
Well, hey, thank you and congratulations, Mike.
How many
All right, if we can have Mike Janoski. Mike Janoski, make your way to the winner's circle. Mike Janoski. You can make your way to the winner.
To our Pro Farm 466 division. We've got a pile of these tractors to go down the track. Up first will be Josh Gardner out of Farmington, New York. International 1066 called Expensive Guesswork. He will be our test board in the Pro Farm division. Limited to...
So the truck matches the boat.
I got it.
Good way to start the class, 302 and 7, 302.76. For Josh Gardner, Expensive Guesswork. We'll see what they decide to do here. He has the option to keep that or drop back, of course, to the end of the class. We can also make an adjustment. I think they're going to like that sled setting, however. 302 and 7, the early mark. So it's official. Sled is set. That run is official, so we are underway in the Pro Farm division. All right, coming up next out of New Alexandria, Pennsylvania. Another International 1066. Calls this tractor Against the Grain. Through 466 International tractor. Coming to us from Westmoreland, Pennsylvania, Brady Shaw doing the driving. He was our winner in this event last year, right here. He's one to watch for sure. They had to rebuild this tractor in the off-season and early on in the season. They were actually melting piston. Very popular right here in Western New York. So they're trying to bring it a little bit south. Brady Shaw Against the Grain. He goes 311.7 at 29.4 miles an hour. Brady Shaw doing a nice job of driving there. He goes to the lead at 311.71. New leader and defending champion here in the Langford Nationals, Brady Shaw. And in his early 20s, doing a good job with Against the Grain. Next will be for 7,000. He competed in the light. run for the Ford 7000. Martin time is 2:45 and 6. 2:45 and 6. Again, that's the second time we've seen that tractor go down the track. He ran upper division. And now he's in his typical class here with part time. Pieces 2:45 and 6. 2:45 and 6. All right, so coming up next from Brandon, New York, will be Dustin Hill.
Are we done with
Driving
this?
a white 105 tractor as an Oliver 1850 with a turbocharger on it. It has since been changed over to an 83 pump. By Home Performance. Now back on his home turf, Dustin Hill, White Live. White Live, Dustin Hill, good run at 301.74. 301.74 for White Lie. Good enough to put him into the number 3 spot for the time being. Dustin Hill. This is another class with quite a bit of variety, diversity, manufacturers. Compensator. Compensator 284.91, 284.91 puts him into the number 4 spot. One of the top running tractors in the group. Sudden impact, Michael Tree, 65 and 10, 265, 110. Well, Dan, I see you made it back up here. It's a good thing, because I was just getting ready to finish my wing to start on yours.
I see how you are. Now into my wing. Now, fans, this hot farm class brought to you by the folks at the Rysdorf Brothers Meat Farm Store located in North Jago. Rysdorf Farm, well underway here. Good field of tractors here. How many we got here in this class, Scott?
16 tracks.
16.
It's already had 6 go down the track. But now we've got over here. Andy Shearing out of Silver Springs, New York.
All right, here we go. Andy Shearing and the Ford.
Not bad. He came into that lead spot. 3:06 and 9, 3:06 and 9. Shearing.
Yeah, good enough for number 2 right now. Fans, let's give a nice round of applause. Silver Springs, New York. Andy Shearing. And that Ford Muffin Top, he called.
That's the mini decision maker. Really wanted to get an opportunity to utilize that one better way than those mini rods. So started the points race for them here this year, and they certainly, as you said, do not disappoint. They're a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe we've got 8 or so here tonight. Excellent deal.
Ooh, it sounded good till right there at the end. Ugly duck. 270.36. 270.36.
Yeah, I kind of heard like a snapping sound coming underneath the tractor there, but I'm going to drive it off here. Fans, let's give a nice round of applause. Tyler Neiman.
So coming up next will be P.J. Keller out of Jewett, Ohio. The Bad Addiction International Tournament.
71, 311.71. He's got some ground speed. The big question, did he go far enough? Working down that left side of the track here.
Well, he's not going to do enough to take the lead, but he goes into the top 3 with 3:05 and 3. 3:05 and 3. P.J. Keller.
All right, track is clear. Green flags are out. The Cornstalk Cowboy. Gives it a good shot. Let's give a nice round of applause. Sam Shearing and the Ford 9000 here today. All right, Josh is heading down here to the winner's circle. We've located our winner of our V8 Hot Rod class, Mike Janowski. All right, Josh, take it away when you're all set down there. All right, fans, the winner of our V8 Hot Rod class, Mike Janowski. Fans, let's give a nice round of applause. He heads back to the International 1066 corn fed. We get a distance of 253.92, 253.92. Charlie Iyer with the Never On Time machine. All right, fans, the Red Bull. 246 and 40, 246 and 40. The distance here for Mr. Petrie. And Petrie doing the driving. All right, looks like they're going to head back towards the starting line area here with the gun. Made our way to here.
So you don't see that very often. I guess this class kind of dominated by some of the other divisions and a lot of international championships.
All right, here we go. Track is clear. Here comes a hot mess. Well, he was driving it out there, no doubt about it. Off to the left-hand side, had to hit the brake, bring it back around. But as the pullers will tell you, touch that brake will cost you in your distance.
Yeah, 291.43, 291.43. Might have had a little more in it without that brake, but kept it between the white lines. 290 for you. For the sponsor, 123. So coming up next, the Case 970, Never On Time, Charlie Iyer out of East New York. Finally, 4 Case. Charlie Iyer. Never On Time.
It's good to see Charlie back down the seat of a tractor. All right, Case 970. Never On Time here. We get a distance of 264 and 36. 264 and 36.
Tuesday night will be in Butler for the Butler Farm Show. Friday night we will be south here just in Warren County, Pennsylvania for the Warren County New York. This 986 International called Smoking Red. You see a lot of these tractors running the traditional cooling cut.
Change. Busted things wide open. Fans, let's give him a nice round of applause. We've got a new leader.
Way out there, 339 feet and 7, 339 and 7 for Cody Eisenhunt. So we got one to go. But boy, he's also a good runner. Another International 1066, Jeremy Meyer out of New Wilmington, Pennsylvania.
His International White out there and with the workhorse. We've seen quite a few of the 5 million paint scheme and International, what was that? That was the late 70s, I want to say, late 70s, early 80s that International did that.
Yep, beautifully restored and done here. The interesting to know, the 1066 has been down the track more than any other make.
I think so, yeah.
Jeremy Meyer.
You saw the body English inside the cage. He was working that for everything it was worth. But still going to be a good run here. Going to be close to that. Oh, yeah, not even. I was going to say close to that number 2 spot, but he's way out there.
Yep, 323 and 5. 323 and 5 for Jeremy Meyer. He'll finish in the number 2 spot. I was shaking my head up here like, oh, I don't think he's going to do it. He slipped that clutch for it seemed like forever before he let it off and fully engaged it. And I think that helped him.
All right, fans, let's give a nice round of applause here as that will conclude our Pro Farm class here this afternoon, the 466 Pro Farm tractors. As we will bring in the mini rod sled.
So your top 5 in the Pro Farm division. 5th place will go to PJ Keller and Bad Addiction 305.38. 4th place will go to Andy Sheeran and the Buckman Top Ford 7810 306 and 9. 3rd place will be Brady Shaw against the grain, the International 1066 at 311 and 7. Jeremy Meyer goes 323 and 5 as he finishes in the number 2 spot. Eisenhower out of Munnsville, New York. Your winner tonight with a distance 339 feet and 7. Smoking Red. Cody Singletary and the Carolina Night Train.
All right, well, we're down here in the winner's circle. Cody Eisenhut. You know, we saw the tractors early in the class. Everybody was kind of struggling to get around that 300. You come out here and you buried it here tonight. What did you see in that track?
Well, I just gave it all she had and let her rip.
She definitely did that. Who would you like to thank here for helping you get in the winner's circle here tonight?
Definitely my girlfriend Amber, my son Rudy, Frank and Andy Payne with their dyno service, and that's about it.
All right, well said. Fans, let's give a nice round of applause. The winner of our Pro Farm class here tonight, Cody Eisenhut. And Cody, here on behalf of the Langford, New Oregon Fire Department, we got a nice plaque for you here in the winner's circle, and we'll get the folks here with the photographers to give you a shot. All right, pulling in 2,050 pounds, approximately 3,000 horsepower, power to rate ratio out of this world, and the ultimate pulling vehicle right here. You're looking at a 5 horsepower on a small weight package in some time. Makes for some real wild runs. Now, Cody Singletary out of Tar Heel, North Carolina, kind of in the excavation business, has a couple of these mini rods.
not sure where.
Basically, the same engine you find in a top alcohol dragster. Last year had a real nice run up here in Langford. Let's see if he can do it again. Sponsor here of the mini ride class, and with that we will fire up the next of our 2,050-pound tractors as we've got Ty Miller out of Copley, Ohio, going to be up next here with the unfinished business tractor. Once again, going to spot that sled over on the right-hand side of the track. He's got to go better than 3:31 and 38 to take the lead. Once again, right around that 3,000 horsepower mark with these tractors. Oh, got dancing a little bit. We saw it on that sachet and on those back rear tires, those big 18.4, 16.1 giant puller tires. And yeah, looks like a fortunate break for Ty fans. Touch that white line, going to be a disqualification. Let's give him a tough luck round of applause, fans. Out of Copley, Ohio, Ty Miller. Fans, so 268.24, but unfortunately going to be scored as a disqualification. As you can see, both the left side tires sitting on the white chalk. So Tim Ray, Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania, will be our next puller up here, the Wicked Sensation. Longtime runner out with the NTPA Region 2 circuit. All right, Dan, so Tim Ray, Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania, back in the Wicked Sensation. Once again, we're running 3:31 and 38. That's what he's got to be.
That's certainly not the run he had in mind. Tough break for Wicked Sensation.
Yeah, fans, let's give him a tough luck round of applause here tonight. Tim Ray, no doubt not the run he was looking for, but
that sounded expensive.
now that big Hemi there, when they start eating themselves like that, doesn't turn out very good.
Oh dear.
43, 96, 243, and 96 for Tim Ray tonight. 243 and 96. And we can see the program with the Light Limited Super Stock Tractor. So our second lady of our mini rod class comes to the line now. Out of Washington, Pennsylvania, going to be Lindsay Campbell. And the short fuse. Now we see husband Kevin out front. Now Kevin, for many, many years, drove the Unlimited Super Stock Tractor out there, the V8-powered international tractor for so many years. Now started Chaos Fabrication down there, Washington, Pennsylvania. That's where they house this tractor. Now Lindsay, a rookie out on the circuit. Back a couple months ago, there was up at an event up in Farley, Iowa. And Lindsay kind of put this tractor on its side, and no harm, no foul. She got right back in it. Had a nice weekend last weekend down in Fort Recovery, Ohio, with this tractor on Saturday night. So she's looking for big things here tonight. Let's see if she can. Lindsay Campbell. Second spot here, so Lindsay Campbell at 3. Building the engine here, Brian Knox. And down there, Will Strickland, from the Lot Motorsports fame down there. He's the crew chief here this weekend. Was actually supposed to go out to Rockwell, Iowa here this weekend, but they couldn't get a plane out of the Raleigh, North Carolina airport. So they stand the Carolina Night Train, number 2. That means position number 1 and 3 for the night trains here tonight. As that will conclude our mini rod class here tonight, fans.
A much better run with this first tractor. Almost seemed like he just kind of held it back and then it would not slingshot for him like he did on that first run. But they got to be happy with first and third on the night.
Absolutely, make that ride back to Tar Heel, North Carolina a lot better, that is for sure. All right, fans, while we're down here in the winner's circle, our mini rod competition here tonight. Cody Singletary, you brought 2 bullets with you. First and third here tonight. Don't get any better than that.
Yeah, we had a good night. We've been blessed this weekend. We've had a couple of good runs, and we thank guys for putting on this pool and allowing us to play some pool, and great hospitality, and we look forward to coming back.
Well, I'll tell you, coming from Tar Heel, North Carolina, how far is it up here to Langford, New York?
About 11 and a half long hours.
Through the mountains, that's right. Well, you got to go back through there on your way back, but it'll make it a little better here. We've got the plaque here, courtesy of the Langford, New Oregon Fire Department. and the Eden Dairy Queen sponsor in here tonight. Cody, who would you like to thank for helping you get in the winner's circle here tonight?
Definitely this strong team here behind me that helped us a whole lot this weekend, and the support at home. We got Shannon Leitner, Voice Performance. Those guys help us a whole lot, get us down the track, and Mayhill Tire's been good to us as well, so we got a good support team.
All right, well said. Fans, let's give a nice round of applause to the winner of our mini rod competition here tonight, Cody Singletary.
Colby Wilson out of Prince Frederick, Maryland, will be first up with the 2005 Chevrolet Running Bear. Decides to do 255 and 7, 255.74 for Running Bear. But he's going to drop that, come back down. Coming back around, so Colby will be back with the Running Bear in the bottom.
All right, Cody Singletary. You can hear us. We need you to the winner's circle, please. Cody Singletary. We need you to the winner's circle, please.
Jackie, you got a copy? Fine.
Western New York, campaign down
So here we go, Ford fans. Reckless Force!
Ford at 282.27. So let's see what Earl Clark got for us here tonight with the Ford. Number 2 at 283.14 with his competitor will run the hand throttle. And as we talked about, very, very tough to drive. The two-wheel drive, we talked about, driving out of a snowbank. But actually, all you got to do is see those 3 dots up on top of that engine and up on top of that supercharger scoop. Watch those 3 dots as he goes down the track when he gives it full. So our super modified two-wheel drive class tonight brought to you by AA Special Needs, Fordsville, New York, AA Special Needs. All right, man, so the familiar Taz toy, Earl Clark, out of a Giant, New York. Right down that right side. That's the
money goes 280.6, 280 and 6. That'll put her into the number 5 spot with that run with 255.7. So that tells us how much hard time. He never got that launch that he needed. See what he can do here second go round.
Well, I'll tell you, I was down at the end of the track waiting to do the interview down there, and Mom was down there. Mom was a nervous wreck. Well, before we go to the line here, so I think this time around she'll be a little more at ease here as he got one pass under his belt. Just wanted to see him make a nice pass here tonight. All right, final shot in the class, 306.83, the varsity.
Goes 283 and 1 with the Never Say Never Chevy S10 in third place. Aaron Wilson with Dirty Money was 300 and change for second place, and your winner, David Laskowski with the D&L Colorado Chevrolet Colorado 306 and 8. Your winner.
Are underway. So 304.23 for Mike Weekland as he gets things rolling here in our Limited Pro Super Farm class here tonight. Looks like you got Dave down there trackside.
Yeah, Dave, hey, congratulations. Not a bad night at all. First and third on the night here at the 2023 Langford Northeast National. So congratulations. And anybody you'd like to thank, and tell us about your run. We were talking, you were pretty close to that white line.
Yeah, I was pretty close to the white line here. I was riding it right out, and it worked out for me. Glad I didn't go out of bounds on that run.
Anybody you'd like to thank for your trip here to the winner's circle?
Oh, Steve, he's been with me for the last 30 years, pulling. Without him, I wouldn't be out here. And my girlfriend and his wife, Sassy Racing Engines, for building me a hell of a motor, a brand new motor in that truck this year.
Well, congratulations. How about a round of applause for our winner, Dave Laskowski?
Springs, Pennsylvania, just hooking up John Deere. 50-20, going to get things rolling here in our second session of the Limited Pro Super Farm tractors here tonight. Like 13 entries in this class here tonight.
I'll come with you. I told you that you're going.
All right, here we go, fans. Just looking up. Get it started. Here in our Limited Pro Super Farm class here tonight. And it looks like a good one. 304.23. 304.23 from Mike Weekland. So the big decision, does he take that hook or turn it down and come back later? That is always the million-dollar question. And looks like on the start line, it's the notorious Thomas Burke, Jason Forrester, Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, back in that 4 9000. Now Mike Wakeman, our current leader, with just hooking up John Deere. All right, green flags are up. Jason Forrester. Where's our Ford fans tonight? Come on, Ford. 42,000 in the pulling here in the Limited Pro Super Farm class here tonight. About what we had in the box earlier this afternoon, about 12,000 pounds. So Jason Forrester, the Papa's Worth, he goes 288.92, 288.92. Leader, 304.23. That is the mark to beat here.
Productions. TV.
The Blue Reaper coming up a little bit short here. Now we saw that John Deere, Mike Weekland, the test puller in the class, he went down the right-hand side of the track. And the last two Fords here kind of been working the middle part of the track. And they kind of haven't had the success we saw the John Deere have. And Nathan Graham goes 271.65, 271 and 65 for the tractor out of Greensburg, Pennsylvania.
We believe we'll be over 150 hooks here before it's all said and done. Coming up next will be Ron Dennison out of Decatur, New York. Our boys obsession. Got 340 case IH in this new tractor. Boy, you were talking about that hood earlier on today.
First of the Super Farms we've seen here in this class so far. Limited pros up to this point. Session loose here tonight. Session 2 for our Limited Pro Super Farm tractors. The center of the track, and I think we're going to see a situation here. They're going to start searching around. We're seeing that distances kind of fall back here quite a bit. Every tractor goes down the track here tonight saying 264 and 83 for Ron Dennison, 264 and 83 for the Farm Boys Obsession.
Sounded like we have a little bit of a flutter
down there. Also the folks from Mad Pulling Picks, Adam and Missy dropped down there. Country Roots Photography out of Meadville, Pennsylvania. And we got on video tonight, we've got Will Witt with WWPTV out of Woodford, Virginia. He's on the videos down there as well. So thanks for those folks for covering the Northeast National here this weekend.
all great folks down there.
The last one had
All right, here we go, fans. Still smoking John Deere. Ready to make his run here tonight.
Wasn't Dan nice to ask all the video photographers down there? That's why I feed him wings. My bad.
All right, fans, having just a little bit of trouble down there. Larry Farringer.
He had a problem with the standing gear form earlier in the year. Looks like he's okay.
Tough break right there, fans. You fans over here on the grandstand side, you saw it. Hit that chalk line out of bounds here tonight.
tough break for Larry Farringer. 78 and 11, but that's definitely going to be a big for him.
Well, he had the right intention. He went down the left side, really gained some ground speed down there. As we...
There you go. So they're going to try it, see what happens, or what?
All right, Dan, so R.J. Dennison and the Red Dog. Kings International Tractor makes his run here tonight, and well, we've seen one thing for sure. Competitors have kind of gone hunting a little bit there. We saw Jason Forrester over on the right side of the track, and R.J. Dennison goes right back to that right-hand side of the track here tonight as well. Down a nice run of 264 and 83, 260, no, actually 280 and 37, 280 and 37. We had it stand.
International night. Donnie Eventhal out of Ford City. This is the Andrew 5 with 766. Right here between hooks. So Red fans, you're not out of it yet. Donnie Eventhal, mechanically inclined.
Just a matter of how far he went here tonight. Now 304.23 was the mark to beat.
All right, so he goes 3:14 and 8, 3:14 and 8 on his way to the lead. Puts next two will be the Super Farms. Here comes the first Super Farm, the International Super Farm. Boy, it's a sharp-looking tractor.
All right, here we go, fans. The Haywire, Holland, New York. Matt Conrad definitely going to shake things up here.
Now, boy, these Super Farms are having a much better go at it here in the evening session. 300.02 for the Haywire Super Farm. Good enough for the number 3 spot.
And once again, fans, hats off to our track crew right here in Langford, New York. You know, we pulled on it over 100. Well, by the end of the night, we'll have over 150 hooks here for the afternoon and evening session. And I'll tell you, he's a big Super Farm.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Keeps growing every year, but I can't even imagine. I think, what, 60,000 chickens. That's large barns that just for him. Okay, so now he's ready to go.
All right, here we go, fans. The New Holland T6 180 Moline Blue. Well, it got to that point of no return. That tractor was hooking hard to the left, and he saw that white chalk line. He said, you know what? We're going to get out of it. Pull another day, that's for sure. Fans, let's give him a nice round of applause. Great job of driving out there. I do believe he did keep it in bounds. close to that chalk. It is. They're telling us it is a DQ here tonight. So tough break there for Scott Kiskett.
Finished second in his first trip down the track here. He's currently number 2 in the points race. All right, here we go. Greg Farringer, Smokin' John.
A new leader. It's a good one.
3:29 and 5, 3:29.59, your new lead. Standing out there about another 15 feet. 3:29 and...
Sponsored tonight by Gold Star Feed and Grain at 299 Waverly Street, Springville. Gold Star is happy to supply your farm with custom feed blends to meet your individual herd needs. Gold Star is where the guarantee is the right product at the right time, right place, or we make it right. Give the folks at Gold Star a call at 716-592-2845. We appreciate your business at Gold Star Feed. We start to wind it down here. Just a couple more left to go. Got a couple deers. I do believe we've got the Forester tractor coming back as well. Jason Forester with the second tractor. All right, Slack out of the chain. Let's see if he can double up. Fans did it this afternoon. Got to go better than 3:29.59 to take over the lead. Bandit. Devin Riggin. Got to be close, man. Kind of drove it up towards the right side there at the end of his run. Just kind of let that tractor drift.
Yeah, and he's not going to do it, Dan. He's going to come up just a few feet short. 3:23 and 4. 3:23 and 4 goes to the number 2 spot. So the tractor's flip-flop finish positions, at least for the time being. Jeff Sully will do the driving here in the ninth session out of New Galilee, Pennsylvania. Good running tractor from Park Acres, Brooksville, Pennsylvania. 2016 Super Farm Limited Pro Stock Champion.
Absolutely. See if he can put it together here tonight. 3:29.59. That is the magic mark. About that 200-foot mark there, fans. Tractor took that hard right over to the right side of the track. Not what he was looking for here. Tried to keep all that momentum going one direction, and it's moving around like that. No doubt we see the distance start going back just a little bit. Fans, let's give a nice round of applause here. Nice run. The tractor here tonight. Galilee, Pennsylvania.
Don't think. Here we go.
Pennsylvania. Gonna be not tonight, fans, for the New Holland. Let's give a nice round of applause. A little light on blues here tonight, and that will conclude our Super Farm Limited Pro class here tonight, session number 2.
Distance for full ride at Jason Forrester, 269.6. So top 5 in the Limited Pro Super Farm division here for session number 2. Matt Conrad, 300 and change with Haywire. Fourth place will be Mike Weekland, just hooking up, goes 304 and 2. Third place will go with Donnie Hebenthal, mechanically inclined at 314 and 8. Second place, Devin Riggin, 323 and 4. And the Bandit and your winner for the distance, 329 feet and 5, Smoking John and Greg Berger.
All right, fans, well, we're down here in the winner's circle. We got Greg Berger and Greg. Let's talk about that track here tonight. We saw everybody kind of searching around, a little bit right of center, left of center. What did you see out there in the track here tonight?
Well, after watching a couple guys, it kind of became apparent the center was starting to go away. So I just moved to the right a little bit. Didn't want to get too close to the line, but got a good start from there.
Yeah, definitely worked out for you here tonight, big distance. Who would you like to thank for helping you get in the winner's circle?
Oh. Hot Shot Secret Oil, my mom and dad, my wife, my dad's friends, a couple guys, Robbie and Bob, that come to a lot of the pools to help us out. I mean, there's a lot of work to do with 2 tractors, so you got to depend on some other people.
Absolutely, well said. Fans, let's give a nice round of applause. Winner here tonight, session number 2 for the Limited Pro Super Farm tractors here tonight.
So on we go with the Rod Watcher Rock Division, Kelly Gilman. Out of Pittsfield, Pennsylvania, brings back the 55 Ford F-100. Will Pettit. And a great run in the first session. Early draw number here now. Kelly Gilman will bring them to the second session with Will Pettit. Laid down by Kelly Gilman and bullheaded your early leader, Ice Cream.
Northeast National, session number 2 here for the Run What You Brung trucks.
Target all my photos.
Great run right there, fans. Jeremy Yeager. He did go better than 3:12.21. 3:12.21.
Chaos Fabrication, and the young lady doing a nice job all season long in her rookie year at driving.
Run What You Brung Trucks is being brought to you by courtesy of Hey Jude Signs and Apparel. Hey Jude Custom Signs and Apparel is located on 344 Central Avenue in Silver Creek. In addition to custom signs, Hey Jude features Black Knight and Hornet Apparel, Great Country Candles. Give Nikki a call at 716-934-4849. And that is Hey Jude Signs and Apparel. Proud sponsor here of our
Driver Jaden Littman.
What a run right there.
.325 and 6, 325 and 6, something to prove, Jaden Littman. And she is going to be one to contend with in the Superstock Diesel division for years to come, I believe. She is not afraid to drive that thing. It has fought him every step of the way. I thought he was going to have his first successful run here earlier on in the day. Then it still let him down a little bit further. Brand new engine and has been giving him fits ever since. Mike Hearn, bad attitude.
Well, there is no doubt he was heading out the door. That is for sure. Boy, that thing was screaming down there.
He's getting closer and closer every time, Dan. That's the best run I've seen him have. And boy, he had it going. Like you said, I thought he was well on his way. But might have a few more bugs to work out. But boy, he's got to be happy with that. Headed in the right direction, 32.2 miles an hour. Rapidly. Binder edition out of Crooksville. That was so impressive. edition. Being a little cantankerous on the line, but finally got it going. 300.6 for Nick Headley.
Yeah, had a nice bit of ground speed going there. Greg Farragher's warning about that. Don't go down the center part of the track here.
Dodge Cummins powered machine. Running in the red. 2020 points champion in the Run What You Run division.
Once again, Dan's going to be awful close here, taking over that #1 spot.
$319 for Calvin Miller. He goes into the #2 spot with that run. $319.
All right, man, with Ford's second generation puller here, Jeff Ford. And Greg for many, many years ran that truck, Empire State Pullers. One of the original members with that night.
We bring the hand grenade board back out onto the track. Boy, it sounded good until it didn't there, man.
Yeah.
comes back out onto the track from Warriors Mark, Pennsylvania. Jonathan Waskoff rolling.
He is going right up against that left-hand chalk line here. Let's see if he can keep it in. Now, we've seen the competitors that have gotten close to it. It's kind of... looking good right there, fans.
I think he did it again, Dan. What a pass. He's got this place figured out. 3:43 and 4. 3:43 and 4, almost identical to his early run here. Yet again.
All right, fans, let's give a nice round of applause. Our new leader.
Better than the rest of us? I don't think so.
All right, ladies, so the on-borrowed time 2015 Ram 2500 comes to life down there on the starting line.
We still got one more class. I've been here when it's so foggy you can't see the start line. I've been coming here for 45 years. 20 years.
Aiden Hodges on borrowed time. Not gonna do it.
Yeah, it just never came up like that truck normally does.
That was popping and just not firing the way that it normally should. 3:11 and 3, still a respectable run. 3:11 and 3, just outside the top 5 into the number 6 spot. Aiden Hodges on borrowed time.
All right, then. So for the second time here today, Jonathan Waskoff going to be a winner. Roland Cole will pick up the daily double.
Finishers in the Run What You Run division. 5th place will go to Kelly Gilton, bull-headed at 3:12 and 2. 4th place, Rob Farrell and Jaded at 3:15 and 2. 3rd place will go to Calvin Miller running in the red, 3:19. Jaden Littman and Something to Prove goes home with a 2nd place finish, 3:25 and 6. And your winner for a second time here today, Jonathan Waskoff, Roland Cole, 3:43 and 4.
Huh? Oh. I don't feel like dying.
Isaac with the exhibition run here, just checking the truck out. Had some problems there with his 2.6 truck a little earlier here tonight. So 3:17.86, 3:17.86 truck.
Jonathan Longstone, if you could make your way to the winner's circle. Jonathan Longstone down to the winner's circle, please.
Unreal. Here of Ohio with the mean green Oliver. Gonna get things started here. Tess Puller in our light limited super stock class here tonight. All right, here we go, fans. Oliver 1800 of Mike Monreal. Limited super stock class here tonight. And we'll set the mark to beat here. Now we'll see whether or not he was satisfied with that run. All right, fans, looks like 298.56 the mark. 298.56. Mike was happy with that one, so we...
There's one of them waiting for us.
So Jason Hoban backs up here with his Ford. New York, they just in time for 79. Going to be awful close, fans taking over that #1 spot, Jason Hoban. Let's give him a nice round of applause. Right down the road, New York. Full distance 297.51. 297.51. Just shy of taking over that #1 spot. #2 here for Jason Hoban. About almost exactly a foot back to Mike Monreal. Can help you build on what works for you, and you're assured the very best yield. Give Baron Redding a call at 716-532-4182. All right, here we go. Farmall 560. So that was Mike Keaglehouse and the Mill Money Farmall 560 as he comes up a little bit short here. Comes in 247 and 82, 247 and 82 for Mike Keaglehouse here tonight. Looks like we'll have Pete Kingston's going to be doing some good. Like limited super stock class here tonight. He'll be piloting the park sign and he's drive. Will be clear. Here we go. Run for the Ford 7000 here tonight. Pete Kingston behind the wheel. 275.81. And with the Rod Hot Oliver 88 tractor. He quickly makes his way here to the starting line. All right, track is clear. The Oliver 88 calls it Rod Hot 298.56. That is the mark. Side of the track here for Austin. That front end glued to the track one more time. Heavy on the nose. But yeah, definitely going to shake the order up here. 284.61 fans, 284 and 61. And that will take over the number 3 spot here. Behind our leader, Mike Monreal and Jason Holman. Exactly what happened there, fans, but I do believe maybe something with the throttle cable there is all of a sudden that tractor just quit right on the dime. Sam Stoner, 241 and 99, 241.99. Fans, let's give him a tough luck round of applause here tonight. Sam Stoner. Ford, 267 and 39, 267 and 39. Looks like that'll place him right around the number 5 spot here tonight, number 5.
Not too far down the road here. We would love to have success right here. Good run. If you remember, he was first run.
And alcohol engine shut off on him. Engine fired back up, and he's ready to go to work here. Mark Gable. I'll tell you, this is going to be awful close, fans. What do you think? Can he take over that lead? Had to go better than 298 and 56. 298 and 56.
Yes, indeed. We got a new leader, 307. 300.7. Mark Gable. Thomas Brown.
So Mark Gable, our new leader. 300.70. 300.70. got Oliver number 2 and a 4.
National on the chip. First season out. Had a wild ride first trip here. Went out of bounds, so just go A to B here.
I think we could have had ourselves a new leader.
Yeah, not exactly, but could be one for the day. A little bit of a wild ride. 285 and 1. 285.15. He found every part of that track. Tried the left side, tried the right side, the middle, the whole thing.
Yeah, ended up over here on the right side.
This tractor 2020. This tractor is a diesel and all Ford through Ford Genesis motor.
I know we've got a pile of different greens sitting back here ready to go. We got Toys, we got Oliver, and a couple of John Deere's left to go. Ourselves a new leader, and it's blue.
316 and 4. 316 and 4. Great run for the Ford, fairly affordable. 16.41.
Cincinnati, Ohio. All right, here we go. Alice Chalmers, D17. Run down the center of the track here for Andy Dick and the AC D17 276 and 36 276 and 36 for Andy here tonight.
Always wanting to mix it up top through. I'll be honest. Back in the center of the track here as of late.
Wow.
I think that was a live to fight another day run down the track.
Yeah, we started one wheeling a little bit. Did the smart thing, fans. Got out of it there before things had got really ugly real fast. Tried to drive himself out of it, but he realized at that point getting to a place where he didn't want to go.
Well, in our Finnish flagman there, he was doing a good job, Wayne, taking care of him.
All right, fans, John Deere 4010. He calls it the old 4010. the door, and don't think that we got number 1 here, but it's going to be awful close to that number 2 spot. 297 and 96, 297 and 96 for Chad, and looks like going to take over the number 4 spot here. In Ohio. All right, 3 flags are out. Here we go. Boy, they are taking shots here, but coming up just a little bit short. We're going to park another one at 297, 48, 297, 48. It's about the third or fourth tractor we've had at around that 297 foot mark here tonight. But just outside the top 5, number 6 position here for Mark Cooper. Well, fans, way to the start line here. The diesel-powered John Deere out of Stephen, Ohio. John Deere's 6215 car. All right, here we go. A plant tractor, John Deere. Done it one more time. 3:16:41. He had to beat, fans. He goes 3:16:69. New leader. So the John Deere looking for the sweep here.
All right, man. Sticking here with us through to the very end. Philip Metz out of Bentonville, Pennsylvania. Driving the 1973 Deutz 106. Undocumented. Finish off tonight. As we're actually just 3 minutes into Sunday here. Not bad. Over 150 hooks. One track that's held up fantastic all afternoon and night long. The 106 Deutz. Undocumented 281 and 281.24 for Philip Metz. Undocumented is going to finish us out here tonight. Fans, so your top 5 in the light limited division. Chad Loudermilk will go 297 and 9 with the old 4010. Mike Monreal, Mean Green, Oliver 1800 goes 298 and 5. Third place will go to Mark Gable and Father's Pride 300.7. John Jansen takes home the number 2 spot with Barely Affordable, the Ford 9600 at 316 and 4. And your winner, the Plantin Tractor, sweeps the night. Brent Schubert, 316 and 6.